Hi, on the Woodpecker today. I'm making a shelf to put at the back of my snowmobile so it will be easier to carry a bin. If you've been following me for a while, you probably remember that in February 2013, I made this box for my snowmobile. I tried to think of everything, but since then, it's been used to keep us warm, after it was completely destroyed during an outing. Now, I use a sled to bring stuff to the cottage. And as you can see, we bought a second-hand one to replace the one we had problems with during our last stay at the cottage. A sled is perfect for when we go to the cottage. But for a trip, having everything on the back of the snowmobile is much better, like I realized the other day. This is perfect, except for one thing. If I put the bin on the rack like that, like I did last time, the bin rests on the cap of my emergency gas tank. I really don't like that, especially when you consider the cost of this tank. I need to find a solution. If I put this old piece of plywood here, everything will be perfect and the bin will no longer touch the cap. To do that, I have to make a hole in the plywood. So I mark it and drill it. In fact, I spent most of the day getting dressed and undressed every time I went outside. Let's just say that this is not a short season. When I try to put it in place, it doesn't work. The handle of the can is in the way, so I have to remove a little bit of wood. I start by drilling a hole, but my bit doesn't cut very well, so I sharpen it. But even with a sharp bit, it's no better. I still manage to remove what I want. I use chisels to do the rest. Luckily, it doesn't really need to be a work of art. When I'm done, it's time to check it out. It's perfect. But now it's the hole in the cap. That's not big enough. Now I'm happy. To prevent the shelf from moving, I will add some side supports. So I rip some small strips of wood. I'm going to glue them to the back of the shelf. After spreading some glue, I place them on the lines I had made and use small endless nails to hold the pieces. I don't take any chances and add some screws. I also have to cut the strip that's in front of the cap and remove some wood because the back of the support on the snowmobile is at an angle. This is perfect. It won't budge. To hold the bin in place, I'm going to use straps. On this side, I think that I won't need to modify anything. But for the hook to be able to hang, I have to do something. I start by marking where the hook will be and remove some wood. I quickly realize that the rasp is not the tool for the job. I go back outside to check it. I see that it doesn't work. Now with the slot, the hook can be put in place easily. This is how the bin can be attached to the rear of the snowmobile. But I don't like the fact that the bin can slide on my new support. So I go back inside and cut small strips of wood. All that's left to do is to glue them in place. Now if I align the bin on these strips, it will prevent it from moving on the support. Still, I'm not sure, so I make a cut for the strap on the other side. Better safe than sorry. Now that my support is finished, I write the date to see if it will serve me longer than my old box did. Here's how I plan to use it. The support goes over the snowmobile rack and the bin goes on the little strips. Next, I just have to use straps to hold the bin in place. I can also strap my snowshoes over it. I always bring snowshoes when I go to the cottage. With all these straps, I'm pretty sure that nothing will move. I'm really happy. I don't understand why I didn't think of this before. It's been several years since I used my old box as firewood. These bins can be stacked. This gives me the options that I hadn't thought of before. This way, in addition to our sled, we can bring almost as many things as we do in summer when we're there on vacation. This was my new bin support for my snowmobile. I know it wasn't an elaborate project, but you'll definitely see it again in my episode about the snowmobile trip I'm going to take soon. And you will be able to see this on the Woodpecker.